Good afternoon and welcome to the Committee of Adjustment meeting for December 18, 2025. Our first order of business today is just pecuniary interest by anybody. I'll take that as a no, and Michael sends regrets and Joe is absent. Our first application today is an application for a minor variance at 5 Riverstone Way, Belleville, Ontario, and the owner is GLC Developments. And staff?
Thank you, Chair. The subject land is adjacent to the Riverstone subdivision and is currently vacant. Proposed on the subject property are 2 stock townhouse buildings, which are permitted under the property's residential type 2 zoning. The zoning bylaw 2024-100 requires such residential development to provide refuse and recycling storage bins in accordance with several provisions. Based on the proposed site layout, the application is requesting zoning relief for a reduction in the minimum required rear yard setback of the refuse and recycling storage bins from 7.5 meters to 0.7 meters. And that's as indicated in the diagram before us. And also for the bins being closer to the Scotts Drive Road by default than the main building. The proposed location of the bins, however, would be further away from the abutting townhouses along Watanabe Street, that's towards the east, and are to be screened as a requirement of the zoning bylaw. As at this time, no concerns or comments have been received from the public regarding these applications. Back to you, Chair.
Okay, thank you. Is anyone here from Gertzma Homes Limited? Did you want to come up in case we have any questions, or you have questions? No questions from you? Any questions for this lady? No, I think it's pretty straightforward. So if not, motion, Jack, seconded by Robert. All in favor? Okay, thank you. Okay, our next application, minor variance, 291 Maitland Drive, Belleville, Ontario. The owner is 1518059 Ontario, Inc. And staff?
Thanks, Mr. Chair. The subject land is on the north of Thresher Road, east of Highway 62, and west of Redwood Drive. As the PowerPoint slide shows, the subject land consists of 4 areas. The area labeled as benefiting represents the existing extent of the property, municipally known as 291 Maitland Drive. The outdoor storage space in this area is legal nonconforming. On December the 19th, 2024, provisional consent was granted through applications PLCST 2024-0320 and PLCST 2024-0321 to add 2 areas to 291 Maitland Drive. There is a road allowance between the 2 areas, which also has outdoor storage. On November the 3rd, 2025, these 3 areas were rezoned from Development Control DC Zone to Service Industrial IN2 Zone. The additions of the 3 areas to 291 Maitland Drive would result in a total lot coverage of 30% for the outdoor storage space over the subject land. To legalize the entire outdoor storage area on the subject land, expanding the existing legal nonconformity to the entire area is required through this minor variance application, which would also fulfill conditions of consent. The official plan designation of the subject property is employment land use. At this time, staff have received no correspondence regarding this application. Back to you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Anyone here from Watson?
Good afternoon, Jennifer Matthews from Watson Land Surveyors. We're the agent for this file. I did receive one phone call from a neighboring landowner just for some clarification on some questions, so I wasn't sure if they had called in here or written in, but I did answer everything that they asked. And this is just basically a minor variance for resulting lot outdoor storage. Once this is all added to where it's going to be, the resulting lot is the outdoor storage that's at 30%.
What type of storage is it?
It's day full roofing, so it's the storage for their trucks, their equipment, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Yep.
Alrighty. Okay, any,
Yeah, through you, Mr. Chair. I'm just wondering, we approved a variance for this property not too long ago, in the last few months. Can the city speak to that? What did we approve before and how does it connect to this?
So I think it was earlier this month, and that minor variance was for a proposed new main dwelling, two new additions. One is on the north side of the existing main building, and one is on the south side of the existing main building for a reduced interior side yard setback. So that the two new additions would be able to follow the existing interior side yard setback of the existing main building. And that minor variance has nothing to do with this one.
okay, thank you. Any other questions, comments?
Enough for me? No.
Is there anyone in the audience who wishes to comment on 291 Maitland Drive?
I'm gonna go again. Sorry, could you mentioned that somebody from the public reached out to you. What
Yep,
was the
it
concerns that
was,
you raised?
It was
with them?
Tasso Christopher that reached out, and he was more concerned with how the closing of John Street or John Street located in there. He first of all wanted to know exactly what was happening here. There has been a lot going on this property, not a lot physically changing, but a lot of applications and notices to the public. So he just wanted a little bit of clarification on that. So I let him know that he would have got circulated for the consent, he would have got circulated for the rezoning, and now here for the minor variance. So I outlined that to him, and I let him know that right now, we are only getting the two lot additions that are severed A and severed B. The John Street, that is in the process of being closed at the city, so although it's not complete yet, once it is, legally, it will have to be offered to the properties on either side. So that road allowance, half of it could go to east, half of it could go to west, but that will be the same owner. So it will be continuous on owner all the way through. So the outdoor storage that we're applying for is the resulting lot. Once everything is said and done, that's supposed to be happening here.
A lot of consolidation of,
Yeah, a lot of applications, a lot of notices going through the process, but the end result seems pretty simple, but it's just a few steps to get there.
okay. Any other questions, comments, concerns? If not, motion, Robert, seconded by Scott. All in favor? Thank you.
Thank you.
Our next application is an application for consent at 1100 Clearview Road, and the owner is Mike Fox. Staff?
Thanks, Mr. Chair. The subject land is located on the south of Clearview Road, east of Morgan Road, and north of Bethel Road. It's currently developed with a Quonset building, a storage barn, a shop, and a shed. A one-unit detached dwelling with a private septic system is being developed through two issued building permits. This consent application proposes to create one new residential lot by severing the one-unit detached dwelling, leaving other buildings on the retained lot. The proposed severed lot would have a lot area of approximately 1.3 hectares and approximately 122.0 meters of lot frontage on Clearview Road. The proposed retained lot would have a lot area of approximately 13.0 hectares and approximately 255.0 meters of lot frontage on Clearview Road. No new development is proposed on the retained lot. As conditions of consent, a zoning bylaw amendment is required to rezone the severed lot from rural RU zone to rural RR zone, rural residential RR zone. Staff note that a hydrogeological study has also been included as a condition. The official plan designation of the subject property is rural land use. At this time, staff have received no correspondence regarding this application. Back to you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Is there anyone here from, wants to comment on 1100 Clearview Road?
I'm from PA Miller.
So do you have any,
We're the agent for Mike.
you have any questions, concerns, comments? A question, the retained where all the other buildings are going to be, is there any need for water on that property?
At this time, sorry. At this time, no, I don't think so. Yeah.
Okay, so my question to the staff is, why are we doing a hydro G on the retained one when there's not going to be any water, usage there. It's going to be on the severed one, right? There's already there, so that was just a question.
So, I can take this. So in the section talking about official plan, I listed a section called section 2.1, C, and it requires a hydrogeological study if the subject area constitutes 5 or more existing dwellings or lots occupying 4 hectares of land. And in this case, the condition is met, so a hydrogeological study is required.
Just building on JJ's point through the chair, the proposed severance would create a development opportunity for another house in theory. So even though there's none proposed this time, the mechanism in the official plan still applies, that this is the severance is facilitating a new development opportunity. So that's why a hydrogeological study was looked at, then the criteria was applied.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, just curious. Okay, anybody wishes to comment on 1100 Clearview Road in the audience?
Through you, Mr. Chair, I'm just trying to understand. So we're severing off this land that includes the septic tank and the septic bed. And you've made it clear that none of these other buildings have water or toilets that need a septic system or bed.
As far as I know, no.
Okay, so the city is aware that there is no septic remaining on this property for these buildings, that it'll be taken care of appropriately?
Okay. No, you're okay? Any other questions, comments, concerns? If not, then motion. Robert, seconded by Jack. All in favor? Thank you. Okay, next application, minor variance, and it's 33, 35, 37, 39 Springwater Court, Belleville, and the owner is Andy Gertzma and staff.
Thank you, Chair. The subject properties are generally located east of Peace River Street and north of Athabasca Drive, which is municipally known as 33, 36, 37, and 39 Springwater Court. As a part of Phase 5 of the Riverstone subdivision, a 1-unit detached dwelling is being proposed on each of the 4 properties, which is permitted under the residential Type 2 zoning. Due to the irregular shape of the lots, this application is requesting zoning relief to reduce the minimum rear yard depth from 7 meters to 6 meters in order to facilitate the construction of the 4 1-unit detached dwellings. At this time, no comments or concerns have been received from the public regarding these applications. Back to the chair.
Thank you. Anybody from Gertzma? No more questions, comments? Anybody in the audience wishes to comment on Springwater Court? Okay. Jack, go ahead.
The only thing when I went up and looked at this, the houses above it are quite a bit higher. Is there drainage where you go down and turn in behind the houses that are there?
So
above
in behind there, so they're gonna have walkout basements.
Yes.
So it's gonna have quite a slope, and there will be drainage in behind.
Okay.
So in behind there, there's a 30-meter setback to the wetland already there.
Yes.
So I assume we'll either have a ditch or we'll probably have a ditch back there.
Okay. And the one across from this one on the blue, the housing that's being built up there now, is that in the same one or is that in another plan? Like see the circle where your turnaround is for the existing one, Springwater? Mm-hmm. To the south of that, there's new houses, there's a street there that goes down towards the Stakos.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, down towards Stakos and the apartment buildings.
Yeah.
There's no connection between those at all?
So that'll be phase 6 in the Riverstone subdivision. It's within the same subdivision, but they're on separate.
It's a different one altogether.
If through the chair, if it ends in the cul-de-sac, and there might be, sometimes there's ways to get around that, but it doesn't seem, like the Quinte Conservation provided extensive comments about the potentially significant wetland, so.
Yeah, okay, because I know that's been zoned for significant
Yes,
wetlands for a long time.
Yeah, the minor variance would not be affecting the opportunity for the street to continue through there.
Okay.
Thank you. Anybody in the audience wishes to speak on Springwater Court? If not, okay, no further comments, questions? Moved by Scott, seconded by Jack. All in favor? Thank you. Our next application is a consent, 135 McDonald Avenue, 274, 278 Dundas Street East in Belleville, and the owner is Hastings Prince Edward District School Board and staff.
Thank you, Chair. These consent applications propose the creation of two private servicing easements that would extend from the public road at 135 McDonald Avenue to 304 Dundas Street East property. The easements would provide servicing benefits to 274 and 304 Dundas Street East. Each easement would be approximately 6 meters wide and would traverse the general common property line between 135 McDonald Avenue and 304 Dundas Street East. They are not expected to hinder access on the site or functionality and would allow for proper maintenance of the private sanitary infrastructure servicing the benefiting properties. At this time, no comments or concerns have been received from the public regarding these applications. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody here from Jewel Engineering?
Hi, Graham Potter with Jewel Engineering.
Do you have any questions, comments, concerns?
I do not know.
So it's just an easement across the property anyway,
That's
correct?
correct.
For services?
For sanitary services.
Yeah, for sanitary services, okay. Anybody in the audience have questions, concerns? Scott?
Sorry, through you, Mr. Chair. The city mentioned that it was beneficial to both properties. You mentioned service. Can you just expand for us a little bit of what is the purpose of this?
Sure. The background of this, there are no sanitary services on that small portion of Dundas Street that these two properties front onto. So being 274 Dundas, where the medical building is across from the hospital, and 304 Dundas, where Howard Electric is operating out of. They don't have any access to sanitary services. There was an existing easement that went through the school board property. The old pipe was damaged during the construction of the new school. So this basically just reinstates their old services and formalizes the agreement. So there was an easement. The two properties were originally owned by one property owner. Now they've been split into two property owners. So this just cleans up all that stuff and allows for new services to legally be put in there and maintained in the future.
Okay. Any other questions, comments, concerns? If not, Robert, seconded by Scott, all in favor? Thank you. Okay, next application, the minor variance at 90 Hannah Court, South Belleville, Ontario. The owner is Dominic Lavoie and staff. Staff? 90 Hannah Court.
Thank you, Chair. The subject land is currently developed as a manufacturing plant and is generally located on the southwest side of Hannah Court South on the cul-de-sac, which is municipally known as 90 Hannah Court South. 535 square meter accessory building for storage is proposed, which is permitted under the general industrial zone. Based on the proposed site layout, this application is requesting zoning relief that the maximum height of the accessory building be increased from 10 meters to 10.5 meters. At this time, no comments or concerns have been received from the public regarding these applications. Back to the chair.
Thank you. Sorry. Hit it.
Good afternoon, Honorable Chair and Committee. I'm Prashant on behalf of Mr. Dominic.
You have any questions, comments, concerns?
No.
Is this extra distance, is that to account for air conditioners and stuff on the roof? Is that what
No, this is not a
Or it's just the
permanent,
building itself will be an extra foot and a half?
yeah, this is not a, like a permanent structure. This is a dome, like a kind of a structure. It's not a roof or anything. It's just a little bit design, like a radius a little bit, like that's the only thing.
Okay. All righty? Yeah, it's down in the industrial area, so that's not going to make a whole lot different, Mike.
Yeah.
Anybody else in the audience wishes to comment on Hannah Court?
Through you, Mr. Chair, I'd like to hear from the city about why this is necessary for this application for a half meter of a non-permanent structure, please.
Through the chair, the new zoning bylaw actually increased the allowable accessory height for industrial properties to 10 meters from 4.5. So there's greater leniencies already in place, and staff have already provided advisement about the maximum height, and obviously this shape of roof and structure just lends itself to exceeding the height as proposed. So the applicant has made well aware of options to comply with the height, but obviously we are here with an application in front of us.
Basically, the design of the roof is really what's causing this?
Not necessarily the design of the roof, but the proposed structure itself.
Okay. Okay, Scott, did you have another question? Okay. So anybody in the audience on 90 Hannah Court? If not, then no further comments. Motion by Scott, seconded by Jack. All in favor? Okay, thank you. So our next order of business is confirmation of the minutes of November 20th. Motion to approve. Scott, seconded by... Oh, you were there. Jack, all in favor? Thank you. Any other business? Any correspondence? Just one comment, just before we adjourn, I just want to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everyone, and hope you have a great 2026. And if no further comments, adjourned. Robert, thank you. Okay,